Hello everyone, welcome to Fun to Tester. Today we are going to discuss what is acceptance testing. In this session, we are going to learn what is acceptance testing, how we can perform the acceptance testing, when can we perform the acceptance testing, and there are different types of company, for example service based company or product based company, how we can differentiate among these two companies. And end of the video, we will discuss in real time how companies are going to perform the acceptance testing, and I'm going to share interview questions at end of the video. So let's start after a small intro.
Camera rolling, action.
Basically what acceptance testing is. So the name itself saying accepting final build. So whenever client or company is going to deploy a build in the production server, before we are going to perform a final check or final testing, that is we can say acceptance testing. There are different definitions of the acceptance testing. You can go through the screen and you can note it down. Michael Bolton has described different definitions of the acceptance testing. So there is no proper definition, but we have many definitions. So let's understand acceptance testing. Let's say Indian governments want to build railway application. End user can go through the web portal and they can book the ticket. So in that application is built by some third company. Let's say the company is TCS or Infosys. So how it works? So let's discuss. For example, this is Indian Railway. So basically this is handled by the Indian government, and they are going to the one company which is called, for example, Infosys. So what they are doing, once Indian Railway come up with the requirement, they will send entire requirement to the Infosys team, and Infosys team will build end-to-end application. They will develop complete application. Once application is ready, developer will perform few testing on the application and they will send bill to the testing team. So here testing team will perform different testing activities. They will perform different types of testing. For example, they will start with the smoke testing, functional testing, they will do system testing, end-to-end testing they will perform. Later on they will do different regression testing, retesting. Once entire application is done and the Infosys think application is stable enough to deploy in the production server, by that time they will share this bill to the Indian government or Indian Railway. What they will do, they have different team or different types of people. They will basically perform the user scenarios. Let's say as a user, what I am going to do, I am going to log into the Indian Railway portal. Then I am going to search two destinations. Let's say I want to travel from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So I will search these two locations and I will find the list of the trains, and based on my preference I will book the ticket. So this will be end-to-end user scenario. What can be the another scenario? Let's say I have booked the ticket but somehow plan got cancelled and I want to cancel my ticket. So I will go to the railway portal, I will log in or I will sign up. Then I will go to my orders or history where I have booked the ticket. I will select that route and I will cancel my trip. So this can be end-to-end different user scenarios. So Indian Railway will perform this scenario. This scenario can be performed by many teams. For example, Indian Railway has also a small testing team and small development team. So they can also perform acceptance testing. Apart from, there are many people. Let's say entire application or entire software is run by the Indian government or ministry. So there can be different people, there can be a different responsible people. They can perform those scenario. Basically they are not going to test the application, but they are going to perform real-time user scenario. They will perform real-time user scenario, and there can be their family member, minister itself can test the application. Apart from their developer, their tester, their relatives, their family member, or there can be a chance they will release the application for certain user. Let's say this application is for entire India, but for example, they will release application for the few city, let's say for Delhi. So Delhi user will come to the production server and they will start using the application and they will get to know if there are any bugs or not. Now let's say what happen if Indian railway testers are performing the testing here in the production server, or before sending to the production there can be one similar server. So let's say this is my pre-production server, and later on once application is stable, then they will deploy into the production server. So here Indian railway testing team come to the production server, and if they are able to find any defect, they are able to catch any defects, they will report this defect to the again Infosys team, and Infosys team, again development team of Infosys, they will fix the bugs, and again tester will test the application, and again they will send to the testing team of the Indian Railway. So this is how end-to-end acceptance testing work. Now there are different scenarios. Let's say if someone is working in a service-based company or someone are working in a product-based company. So what happened? Are there any changes? Yes, definitely there are changes. So let's say this can be a scenario of the service-based company. But what if Infosys is developing a software for their own purpose? Let's say they are going to build a software for employee management tool, and that software is for only Infosys, and it is developed by the Infosys itself. So how can they perform the acceptance testing? So let's understand. First, what they will do, once entire software is ready, by that time developer and tester will send to the pre-production server, and here different team, let's say there are in Infosys there are different team A, B, C, D, and this software is developed by the A team. So they will invite different teams tester and different team people. They will go to the pre-production server of the Infosys itself, and they will test the particular application. If they are able to find the bugs, then again developer will fix the bugs of the A team, and again they will start working on a acceptance testing. Now in real time, what happens? You have heard many companies are releasing beta build or beta build, and for end user, few advanced user, let's say I want to test LinkedIn or I want to test WhatsApp as a beta tester. So for WhatsApp you will get the end user build, beta build in the WhatsApp, and you will get few functionality prior before actual users are going to get those functionality. Let's say they are going to release a story feature. So beta user will get story feature 1 month or 2 months prior, and they will use that application. In if they are able to find any bugs, they will go to the bug bounty program. If they are critical bug or security related bug, they will get few rewards from the WhatsApp. Otherwise, what they will do, if users are not that much technical or they don't have that much product knowledge, then easily they can write their issues in the Google Play Store, and WhatsApp team will analyze entire reviews, and based on the user feedback they will fix some issues. So this is how user acceptance testing work. Now there is one more scenario. So we can say if user acceptance testing is done, so there cannot be any bugs. No, that is not correct. If user acceptance testing is done, still we will get many bugs. And what kind of bugs do we get? So whenever in user acceptance criteria, mainly we will get the integration type of bug. So let's say in Indian Railway there are multiple modules A, B, C, D, and whenever they are going to release the application, they will merge all this module into one big chunk and they will deploy in the server. So there can be some integration issue, or let's say the stakeholders are going to use that application, so they may feel this functionality can be developed in different ways, or few error message or few user experience message they can try to modify. So this kind of bugs they will find in the user acceptance testing. Now I will explain you some another scenario. Let's say if you are working on a product based company and you want to perform a user acceptance testing. So what can be done here? Before releasing the build, what they will do, they will gather entire company. So for example, in a product based company, thousands of employees are working, and particular product only 50 or 60 people are working on particular product. So they will invite entire team of that particular company, and they will gather and they will deploy a build in some server, and all the users, remaining 950 employees are trying to use the application for certain interval, let's say for 2 hours or 5 hours, or they can share build with their families as well, and they will try to use the application. In that case, they will find some overlapping issue, or let's say I have developed a mobile application and developer have developed that mobile application on iPhone 7 and I have tested on iPhone 7, but if it comes to the user, they are having a different phones, let's say iPhone 5, iPhone 8, iPhone 11, iPhone XR, they are using multiple phones. So in that case, there can be chance of the compatibility issues, or UI issues, or overlapping issues, or sometimes what happens, for example, higher management or stakeholder has not used that application, so by the time we will get enhancement from them, and we have to fix those enhancements. So this all bugs will get from the acceptance testing. Now there are two different parts of the acceptance testing. First is a alpha testing and second is a beta testing. So when are we going to perform alpha testing and beta testing? So alpha testing is basically whenever we are going to release build. Before that, let's say we are in the pre-production server and we are going to release the build. Before sending to the production environment, we are going to perform a testing that is called a alpha testing. And what is beta testing or beta testing? Whenever we are going to install the build in the production server, after installing the build, we are going to perform a testing that is called a beta testing. So I hope everything is clear. And if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to answer. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe Fundu Tester. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we will meet with new topic.